Hello and welcome. I recently and finally began upgrading my 2022 Trek Domane AL3. I have kind of been joking all along since I bought it in April of 2022 that this is my least modified bike. Well, that's no longer true. Before we get to that though, I want to point out that I am still running the stock handlebars, the stock stem, the stock Bontrager R1 hardcase tires, the Sora 2-speed 50-34 tooth chain rings, the Sora rear derailleur, and a Shimano 11-32 tooth cassette, also stock. Well, my first upgrade was to install this Selle San Marco Aspide carbon fiber saddle. I've had this for a few years, used to run it on my Nishiki. The stock Trek Verve saddle came in at 338 grams. The Aspide comes in at 118 grams. That's a 200 gram saving for essentially no cost out of pocket. Well, I'm now making a somewhat deeper commitment to upgrading the Domane with 3 items, which cost me a total of $114.49 US. I got these on Amazon, and that price includes the tax. First are Vittoria Zaffiro tires. These are sized at 700C by 32 millimeters, as are the stock Bontrager tires. The stock claimed weight for the Bontragers are 428 grams per tire. The Vittoria claimed weight is 100 grams per tire. That's pretty amazing to me. I didn't expect it to be that much of a difference. Next up are CyclAmi thermoplastic urethane or TPU tubes. I went with TPU instead of latex because latex ones, while lighter, they don't hold air as well. From what I have read and seen, you pretty much have to plan on airing up your tires on a daily basis. Well, that seems like an unnecessary piece of work. Now, the TPU tubes are also fairly puncture resistant, so I like that because, who wants to have a flat? The claimed weight for these is 38 grams each versus an average of about 125 grams per butyl tube. So I'm also coming in pretty good on those. Lastly, I got a Shimano CS-HG400-9 9-speed 11-34 tooth cassette. Now this upgrade is less about weight than it is about climbing. I am getting better at my climbing, but I want every advantage I can get. The stock cassette has an 11-32 tooth range, as I said earlier. With the stock Sora 50-34 tooth chain rings, this will give me a 1-to-1 low gear ratio when I combine it with the 11-34 tooth cassette. I don't know what the weight of the stock cassette is, and I won't until I remove it, but I am kind of hoping that it will be close to the same. The only real difference that I can tell at the moment is the slightly larger diameter low gear. We'll see. I am exploring the possibility of a carbon fiber handlebar. From what I've read on various websites, I can probably save around 200 to 250 grams with a moderately priced unit. I really don't want to go with cheap carbon fiber handlebar because if I'm putting all my weight on that and I'm leaning forward and all of a sudden it disintegrates, oh, that would just be a bad, bad day. And I do have mixed feelings about replacing the handlebar in general because I really do like the current fit. It is just so good. And as far as other weight reduction options, well, I am probably not going to spend $1,000 or more for carbon fiber wheels since I only paid $1,400 for the bike when I got it. That just does not seem a good return on investment. So, absent the cassette, these upgrades should result in a weight reduction of 1,050 grams. Now that is a pretty darn good reduction on paper for just $114 spent. And I promise an installation video is in the works. Now if you enjoyed seeing what's coming for my Domane, I do have a playlist lower left for this bike. There's another video linked lower right that I think you will enjoy. And as always, really, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.